Welcome back to Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. Terrible, terrible things have happened. And one of them is not the fact that this is the puzzle part, that it's a joke puzzle. We'll go over that in a minute. But what's more important than the joke puzzle is the fact that I lost all my commentary for the rest of this Let's Play. So I'm going to have to go through and do post-commentary for this, and do my best to do a good job. As you can see, I'm explaining how the puzzle works. Basically, you're supposed to use those symbols around the edge of the screen and align them with the rotating middle thingies. Is my audio recording? It should be. Great. I'm gonna have to stop now and make sure that's recording. Alright, audio was recording. I just had concerned peoples because I'm doing this as a live stream, because I still need to do a live stream. Anyway, yeah, so you just rotate those things and then you select the letters, and you're supposed to use the symbols up there to find the letters, but what you can do is just click around really, really fast as you're rotating and guessing and praying until you get the right answer. And eventually enough letters will be filled in to where you can use common sense into figuring out the solution. So, for example, the first option, or the first one is restock store. I believe that's what it says. Once past me gets to that same point, we will have reached the same conclusion. And I actually went on a rant during this because normally I open with a 3-minute rant for this series, but I didn't today because I was jumping right into a puzzle. Well, as I got into the groove of the puzzle, I actually did make up for it by doing a 3-minute rant. So I'm going to try and recreate that 3-minute rant as best I can. The 3-minute rant was about how I was trying to record for a different series this morning. I got up at 7 a.m. and got all set up in the TV lounge because early in the morning on a Saturday is the only way I'll be able to guarantee I have access to a television set. I get it all set up, and then I get the console on, so I'll hook it up to the computer, and then it says, oh, hey, guess what? We need to do an Xbox update. And I was not happy, so I was like, okay, run the update. It was a small update. It was done in about 20 minutes, which was good. And then I go to launch the game, and it says, oh, guess what? Now we need to do an 8-gigabyte game update. That's gonna take like 5 hours. So basically that ruined my plans for recording any console games today. But I'm gonna try again tomorrow morning and hopefully have better luck with it. But I did get that update done. While I was recording these videos, I left my Xbox One running in the background so it could install those updates. And when I was finished recording, it actually was done, which I was glad about. And then I got mad because I realized my commentary was gone and now I'm having to do this, which is a shame. It is a huge shame. And actually in here I do mess this puzzle up because I don't correctly rotate the cipher for a couple tries. So I have to make sure I'm aligned. I mistake a couple of these ladders here. I can't point at these, which is a problem. The ladders that are the lines with like the other lines. You know what the ladder looks like. The ladder symbols on the grid. I got a couple of those mixed up, and so I had to figure out which was the right one. It took a little bit, but we'll get through. Oh look, 4 minutes down. Over 2 hours to go. I'm so excited. Maybe I know, post-commentary is my least favorite thing to do in the world. And thankfully, I have not had to do post-commentary in what feels like 2 years, if not more. I honestly can't remember the last time I had a failed audio recording, because I always do test recordings and I always catch issues with my audio. Today, I was already frustrated, so I didn't think to do a test recording, and lo and behold, the one day I don't test is the one day stuff goes terribly wrong. It would also happen to be the day I record the most stuff ever, so there's also that issue. I think right here is the problem where I'm mixing up the ladders. I also can't tell what the right U symbol is. I see it now. It's next to the 1-tier ladder at the top of the screen, by the M and It's not in the right place right now, so I know for a fact if I try and select the right letters, it's not going to work. Like so. So I have to try again. And we've been sitting here for 5 minutes on this one puzzle. And I'm already out of things to talk about, which is a shame. What I should have done, I didn't think to do this. I should have made a list of talking points and read over them as I was going through this. A lot of my good talking points through the 3-minute rants have already been used up. So unless I discover something new and exciting, I can't really talk about anything new. We still have 3 whole lines to go on this, so there is one topic I can talk about that I meant to discuss in the real commentary for this game, but I didn't, and it's the fact that I discovered, along with another friend of mine, a game-breaking glitch in Nancy Drew the Curse of Blackmore Manor. We managed, well, he managed, because he was the one playing the game, to get the cricket ball that you're supposed to throw at the target on the slide in Blackmore. If you don't know what that is, go play the game yourself. It despawns, so we had to use the Her Interactive cheat menu in order to get it to respawn to the game. Otherwise, we have not been able to complete it at all. To my knowledge, I have checked, I've done some research on this, and no one else has reported this particular glitch. So I don't even think Her Interactive is aware that you can despawn that ball and cause this glitch. Which is amazing. That game came out in like 2004. It's been over a decade. And that glitch has not been found. That is amazing. Almost makes you want to go back and play more Nancy Drew games and try and find other game-breaking glitches that may or may not involve despawning objects. And I did not realize how much time I spent on this. Wow, I'm looking at the time at the bottom of the screen. And wow. I guess what should be my tip-off is the fact that this song is just playing on loop forever. Did I ever really discuss the soundtrack yet? I feel like I had to have touched on this at least once because I'm a music fanatic. I love music. I honestly don't know. Well, if I haven't, I should say, it'll have to be another time because I am a few letters away from beating this puzzle, and then there will be a bunch of dialogue, and I'll be letting the dialogue do the dialogue-ness, and then I will return in the post-commentary land when the dialogue is complete. So,
look here.
Cool, let me see. Oh, this is just a list of chores.
It's dated tonight. Get stock from L?
Lauren Holt.
Oh, hey, take it easy there, fellas. What's the rush?
Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What?
We found Abigail Hathorne Woodley's grave.
What are you talking about? It's not here.
This tastes really good.
A little late for high tea, but it's good quality.
Frank's not much of a connoisseur.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. It's just a bit strong.
Don't worry about it. Lauren's got some of the best stuff. She gets it from all over the world. Although I usually use the mail order service. She is not my biggest fan. Today was an exception.
You're dodging our question.
I am.
Abigail Hathorne Woodley's ghost.
Oh, yeah. That. Okay, look. I may have helped stimulate everyone's imaginations a little. You know, it's good for business. What I did isn't illegal.
Maybe. But it seems like you're doing it to keep people away from the Hathorne house.
Yeah, what are you trying to hide?
Me? Nothing. What, are you saying that I burned down the Hathorne house?
Maybe.
Well, no. We wouldn't make an accusation like that unless we had actual evidence.
What evidence do you need? She's guilty.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll admit, I rigged up a little theatrical show for tourists and the like, but there's actually a real ghost here. Lauren saw it.
No, you can't have it both ways.
Joe, calm down.
I am calm. Don't say that! Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Shh, do you hear it?
Hear... Shh, hear what? I don't hear anything.
I hear it. Who is it? Who's there?
Where?
There! Right there! Right there!
I don't...
There's...
a ghost.
In the cemetery.
Are you serious? You're serious. Okay. Can you describe to me what you saw?
Just like you said. I can't believe it.
You see? They exist. I've never seen anything like it. And her eyes.
Wait, her?
Yeah?
That wasn't a woman.
Looked like a woman to me.
To be fair, I couldn't see her eyes.
It was a man with black eyes.
That's not who I saw. I saw a woman, and I couldn't see her eyes.
Wow. So I'm the only one still grounded in reality here?
Wait, you saw a woman and you saw a man. But it was the same apparition? This is puzzling.
Well,
What is that supposed to mean?
you never believed. Now there's proof.
Oh, please, Olivia. You never believed in ghosts. It's all theater to you. Only thing you believe in is making a buck from real-lived pain.
Isn't that what you do?
History is different than legend.
It's no legend, Tegan. All three of us saw something. It's real.
Did you find anything else at the cemetery?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so I was rigging up fake hauntings to scare tourists. Big whoop.
What? Are you serious? Scaring people? Someone could have gotten hurt. You always take things too far.
Get over yourself, Tegan. The only reason people come to this town is for the thrills, not old crockery and moldering period costumes.
No one gets scared or hurt in a museum.
That's the problem.
Hey, everyone enough. Calm down. Remember, we're here for May.
Yeah, well, where is she?
She's in her room. Did you happen to see the red spray paint on our house on the way in? Well, she did. She knows what's going on here. My parents are going to flip.
Olivia, what you saw was in no way related to your scare setup.
No, it was real. I couldn't get anything close to that. It was terrifying.
It looked real.
Did you track down any new leads for the arsonist? Okay, I'll go first. So far, the evidence seems to be indicating that we should focus on May.
What? She didn't do it!
Look, Tegan, she's the only one I don't have an alibi for yet. If someone can get an alibi out of her, then we can reassess. Look, we're not going to get the answer tonight. Let's try again tomorrow. It's been a long day.
Olivia, you can stay here tonight, if you want.
Thanks.
The couch, unfortunately. All the other beds are taken.
Speaking of which, where's Deirdre?
She said she might be late. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Huh. What is she doing at this time of night?
I just want to point out that was 6 minutes of talking that I was able to skip over to get back to a part
Huh?
where I could do extended talking. And it's not even going to be for long, because as soon as I go downstairs, we're going to talk to Deirdre and the Hardy Boys after I comment how it's not that beautiful today because it's black and scary outside. Alright, so we'll just head on downstairs, go to the kitchen, and talk
Nancy.
to Deirdre
Hey.
and the Hardy
Hi.
Boys, I guess.
So what time did you get home last night?
I'd like to just eat my breakfast without being interrogated. Is that okay with everyone? Is it?
Okay. Ow.
What's wrong with you?
My hands feel like pins and needles. I think I slept on them or something.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Uh-huh. So, is anyone going to tell me what happened yesterday?
Well, they saw it.
It?
An anomalistic paranormal projection.
You mean a ghost?
That's exactly what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Anyone else see it?
Olivia Ravencroft.
The witch?
Except she claims to have seen Judge John Hathorne, not Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
Well, there you have it. She sees something different than all of you. Clearly she's lying. She probably rigged the whole thing up.
I don't think so, Deirdre. It's not an act. She was genuinely scared.
Ergo.
Therefore...
No, sorry. Not ergo. Ergut. Your hands.
Ergot poisoning. You really think it's possible?
Mass psychogenic illness by more than one person. Hallucinations, vasoconstriction in the hands and feet.
Pins and needles.
Exactly.
Wait, what? What is that?
Yeah...
But how?
Food or drink?
Intentional?
In this town? I'd believe it.
What are you guys talking about?
We could have been poisoned with ergot.
Poisoned? What?
The symptoms match, and it's not without precedent, especially here.
Oh,
There's a theory that the accusers of the Salem witch trials were exhibiting strange behavior, but it wasn't witchcraft. It was because they had eaten rye infected by ergot spores. It causes hallucinations. It was also pretty common 300 years ago.
I had an acai super muscle builder smoothie for lunch yesterday. I did not eat some sort of Pilgrim-era rye porridge. So how could I get poisoned?
I don't know, but I'd like to see if there are any sources of ergot in town.
Good idea.
I visited the Hathorne house.
And?
I found Olivia's jacket in plain view.
Seems too obvious.
it is.
Olivia has been involved with some scare pranks in town, mostly drumming up business for her tour. But we don't think she's a suspect.
Her alibi?
She was working,
Working?
as was everyone else in town at the time. Minus May, of course. There's definitely a will.
Okay. Do we have it?
No, but I found a letter written by Francis Tuttle specifically stating that a will exists and was written for Lauren.
Could have been burned in the fire.
Could be the reason for the fire.
None of this helps May. We need a perp, not a possible piece of paper that no one can find.
A perp?
We should still try to find it. It might be motive, and it would mean the difference between keeping or losing a home. I'll start with the judge. I should finally be able to get the CCTV access tapes. Frank, Joe, can you guys check the cemetery for any traces of ergot?
I'm not sure our ghost hunting equipment is...
We'll figure it out.
But I don't even know what an ergot spore looks.
We'll figure it out.
Deirdre, you can...
No.
Oh. Okay.
Time is running out. If we don't clear May's name soon, I hate to think what this town will do to her. I'm coming with you. You better not let me down.
Oh, we're totally gonna let you down, Deirdre, because we're Nancy Drew. We're not you. Honestly, Deirdre, you could have just solved this case yourself. You would have been same
This
result.
cozy fireplace hasn't been used in a while.
And I was commenting about how I must have never clicked on that fireplace before. And then I point out that the pictures are here from the people who actually bothered to do the Her Interactive contest. And then I just make sure we're on the right path, which we are. So now we're going to return to Salem and talk to people because I didn't want to do the CCTV camera puzzle. What do we want? Protesters are gone. That's a shame because on this day the protester people aren't here, so you don't get to go to that person who's like, why are there protesters in a small town like this? No. Alright, now we're gonna talk to Witch Lady for like 6 minutes.
How
That'll
are
be
you
lovely.
feeling, Olivia?
I didn't sleep at all last night. I still have that ghost in my head, and my hands.
Burn, right? Like pins and needles.
Yeah? How'd you know?
We think we were poisoned by ergot.
Ergot. Really? What's that?
It's a fungus.
A fungus? What? But how?
What did you eat yesterday?
Eat? Why?
Just humor us.
Well, I had a breakfast cantaloupe, and then I had lunch at Kale Me Crazy. It's this vegan place.
Uh-huh. What did you have?
Kale salad, chickpeas, raisins, with Thousand Witches dressing.
Not very fungal.
No. Anything to...
Coffee at breakfast, fair trade, obviously. Smoothie at Kale Me Crazy. And tea.
What kind of tea?
It was a matcha.
Gross.
Well, I like it.
Where's the water from?
Excuse me?
The water that you made your tea with.
It was just normal faucet water. Some people filter, I don't have the time. Besides, Lauren has the best matcha. You can't tell it's unfiltered.
Whose faucet?
Lauren's? I went to try to talk to her about the ghosts. She made me tea. It was better than the conversation. I took my tea to go and then ended up sharing it with the Hardy brothers. I ran into them.
Boys.
Yeah, them. In the cemetery. Joe wanted to try my tea.
So you all drank the tea.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Okay, and now what we're gonna do is begin closing procedures. I swear, game. There we go. That's where I was all like, you better not soft lock. And it didn't, which I was grateful about. And then I commented about how it looks like there's more leaves than there were yesterday. And now I'm gonna say, next time on Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem, we're gonna go talk to Olivia. See you guys then. 5-second delay because I stopped talking too soon. Bye.